Hey, welcome back to Miss Maddie's studio. I'm Maddie, and today is a very special day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone! And it is my 6-year anniversary with my fiance. As a present for him, I created this fan art illustration. It is the family of American Dad as characters from DC Suicide Squad Isekai. Now, I didn't use the exact costumes from the series, but I feel like I really captured the essence of each character, both American Dad and DC. So, quick rundown. Stan is Peacemaker, Francine is Harley Quinn, Steve is Clayface, Klaus is King Shark, Jeff is Captain Boomerang, Haley is Katana, Roger is Joker, and Roku is Mini Joker. I love how it came out, and so does Babe. Now about today's artwork. I'm finishing these two tiny canvases that have been sitting in a drawer for way too long. And on my to finish list, I have to paint all of the canvases that I have been hoarding over the last 2 years. And I know it's been 2 years because that's how long I've lived in my current home, and I had to purge all of my canvases and art supplies when we moved down here 2 years ago. In that time, I have amassed a hoard of canvases that a dragon would probably envy. So I'm starting off with doing some sketches of what I think I'm going to paint. The first one is going to be a bunny that is all glammed up on a blended pink, blue, and purple background. And maybe some sparkles and stuff like that in the background. The second is going to be a fairy sitting on a mushroom. I was fighting with either painting a mopey vibe or a flirty vibe, and I decided to go with flirty. I wanted to do something different this time, especially since it's Valentine's Day, and I tend to draw a lot of mopey, moody artwork every time I'm feeling a little sad. I go grab my pencil or pen and I'm making some kind of mopey art. So today we're going flirty. I still am sketching away, trying to figure it out. I believe I had to talk to my dogs for a second. As you can see, they're always running around. Even while I'm painting, I let them run around. They're pretty good about not putting their face in the paint most of the time. I think they've both done it to me one time where they've gotten themselves really good, like full on, like it looks like they kissed the painting and it's all over their face and nose and I have to go wash them. But after they get in trouble for that, they tend to not do it again. This is my typical process with making illustrations, by the way. I typically sketch in my book and figure out exactly what I want to do, write little notes of the ideas that are flowing through my head, get a better idea of shapes, do close-ups of certain things if I'm not sure how I want them to be, play around with the format, the layouts, and all of those little features of it, and try to really hammer down what I want before I move on to the actual canvas. Now, this was when I was considering the flirty or moody, and that's why I put her little foot up at the end on the one, which I think I've captured in the painting so far, but we'll see. We'll see what the audience thinks when I'm done. So I started out with the fairy one because I have a lot more confidence drawing people than I do animals, but for the most part, I really should practice using references a lot more. It really does help, but I recently did a illustration that was in this pose, and I thought because of that, like, my muscle memory would kick in and I would be able to actually create it, but I'm not too thrilled with the sketch that I did already, so moving on. uh, Again, I'm not too thrilled with the bunny either. I don't know, man. I was just having a hard art day. I was like I feel like I've been forcing myself to create art sometimes, and it's not coming out the way that I want, and it's making me very frustrated. I'm sure every other person that creates can understand and relate to that. And I just couldn't make anything look the way that I wanted to. It looked, a certain way in my head, and I was like, what is happening? Why have I've been able to draw bunnies for a while now that were cool, and why now are the bunnies giving me such a hard time? And I feel like the bunny looks wrong. But then I was like, all right, we're just gonna go forward with it. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna power through and do the part that I was really excited about, which was the blended background here. I love those really big canvases that have the beautiful blended backgrounds, and I wanted to do that really badly. Maybe I didn't pick the right colors. Maybe I should have just gone with the pink and the blue, because the obviously mixing the pink and the blue makes a bunch of purple. So maybe I should have just focused on those. Maybe it was too small of a canvas to accomplish what I really wanted to accomplish. And maybe the art gods were just frowning upon me this day. I don't know. Maybe I did something to piss one of them off that I'm unaware of. It happens. It happens. So I don't know. I As I kept working it, I think it got better. But that's the thing with blending acrylics. You have to be kind of fast about it. And I'm not working with the best of acrylic paints. They're pretty thin. And sometimes that works to my advantage, and sometimes that is a disadvantage. I think maybe this time it was a bit of a disadvantage. Um, I decided to paint the sides of these canvases different colors. The top and bottom are the pink, the right side is that blue, and the left side is the purple. And I think that's cute. I think it might be giving carnival a little bit. What do you guys think? Like, just a little bit of carnival. I don't know. I don't know why it's making me think of clowns, but and for this one I wanted it to mostly be I wanted it to mostly be blue skies. So I am just using the light blue and a slightly darker blue, and I wanted to blend it out to give that effect, like it's blurry on the outsides of like the picture. I can't remember what that's called, but that, and I wanted to make it look like that. Again, not super happy with how it came out, but I do um, I do enjoy the process of blending, even if it frustrates me sometimes. It's a complicated relationship. Let's complicated emotions about blending acrylics. Because sometimes I have made some beautiful things with blending my acrylics, and other times it's it just doesn't want to cooperate. I think I either need to invest in some better quality acrylic paints, or I need to get one of those mediums that you can mix into the paint that makes it better. I have something like that, but I didn't really like the way it worked. It didn't seem to it made it more translucent, if anything, instead of making it, thicker. So I don't know. I've heard people putting like cornstarch, I think, into it, and that makes it better. I just haven't. I should mess around. Maybe I can make a video about how to do that stuff after and we can all like figure it out together, um, I've always wanted to try those jelly gouaches too. Oh, and you see, I made a mistake there. So if you guys make a mistake in your paintings with acrylic, all you really need to do is take some water and a a dry paintbrush or paper towel or a Q-tip or something and just dab it off. It works really well. Sometimes you will take the paint off underneath and you'll have to touch up that, but So this is me going in again. See, I really don't like it. It's giving bad tie-dye at the moment, and that's not what I wanted it to give. So I'm trying to go in again and see if I can make this a little better for me, because since I have to look at it unless I put it away in a drawer, which I don't like to do. I really like to hang my art in my house as long as my family doesn't mind, which usually they don't. Actually, they never have, so I don't know why I'm saying usually. They've never said no. In fact, my fiance has hung every artwork piece that I have made him, so which is nice, even if I don't particularly, think they're the best pieces. He always loves what I make him, which is awesome. He's really wonderful and he's so supportive of my art stuff. Even I think he's probably the most supportive person of my art and creating that I've ever had in my life, and it is a wonderful thing. So I think that it's coming along better. The tie dye, the tie dye, the background, and it got to a place where I felt it was acceptable. Oh, there's my baby. That's so funny. I just picked her up and put her in my lap, and there she is in the video. She is so sweet. She's a brat too, but she's my baby. Now I'm painting the mushroom, and I did just go with a basic red mushroom. I will probably be putting some some white dots on it after I finish painting her. And I am sorry, this is going to be a two-part video. Today's video is already almost at 15 minutes, and I just honestly I did not have the energy to finish painting the paintings today. So, or well, yesterday. I apologize for that. We will be finishing it up next week, and right now I'm just doing the base of the rabbit, which meh. I'm being so mean to myself right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had fun blending. Blending is fun even if it's a pain in the butt, but it it's not fun when things don't go the way that you want them to. So that is it. The things weren't going the way I wanted. That's okay. Well, I'm gonna let it finish up, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a blast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and bye.